It's quite the find. Hello friends, and welcome back to Crow's Thrifty Finds. My name is Melanie. So for this week's video, it's going to kind of be a little mix this week. We could call it a potpourri, as they call it on Jeopardy, right? A little bit of everything. So we're going to talk about some sales I had recently, as well as some finds that I've found recently. So we could call this my sales of the week and my finds of the week, although the sales might have been from the last couple of weeks. But it's been kind of slow on eBay lately. I don't know if you found that too, but we're kind of starting to get into that little slump before people start getting their tax returns and start shopping again, for those that get money back. But there's still some sales going on. It's not completely dead. So I'm going to share with you all some items that are selling for me personally. And then I'm going to go into some awesome items that I have sourced. And I'm really excited to show you all these because some of them are worth big money. But let's talk about sales first. So first off, we have a couple of card sets. This is Weird and Wild Creatures. I paid $1 for this at a rummage sale, and these cards are pretty unique. I had not seen this card set before, but it's pretty desirable. There wasn't a ton of cards. If I had had more cards, I could have got more money, but this ended up selling for $30. So I am happy with that. And I just sourced this next item very recently, not even a week ago, and already it's sold. This is another card set. This is the Wildlife Treasury, the Illustrated Wildlife Treasury card set. And these can go for much bigger money if there were more cards. I can't talk today. Meow. Like a cat, like meow. Anyway, so Wildlife Treasury sets can be big money. This just didn't have a lot of cards, but I only paid $1 for it. I love church rummage sales. We pretty much get one in the winter, and it's the same church every time, but I always get really good stuff. So this one sold for $27. But yeah, definitely something to be on the lookout for. It is a bolo. People do not realize the value of those. Same with this next item, and this also came from the very same rummage sale that I just went to. So this is kind of a find of the week - sale of the week together. So this is a Case Logic CD binder. I have mentioned before that these large capacity CD binders, both vintage and new, are worth picking up. So I paid $2 for this binder very recently, and it sold for $37. I probably could have got even a little more for it, but it sold fast. I'm happy. That's still a great profit. Next, we have a pair of Tommy Hilfiger men's shoes, loafers perhaps. I paid up a little bit for these. I paid $15 for them. I doubled my money. They sold for $30. With shoes, I had a person that was interested and was kind of talking me down a little bit, but with shoes, sometimes they sit for so long. Since I had a buyer that was very interested, I made a deal with them. I still made money. It's okay. I can go below my $20 that I like to make before eBay fees once in a while. Next, we have a llama puppet. Super cute. Sat for a lot longer than I would have expected because there were not many of these listed and the sell-through rate looked pretty good. So I paid $5 for this llama, and the llama puppet sold for $28. Did sit a while, but glad to see it go. Next, and the last of my sales that I'm going to show today, we have this spider vest. Spider's an in-demand brand for clothing, if you aren't aware. I got this new at a thrift store for $25, and I sold it for $85. You can't beat brand new spider stuff. That was a great pickup. Yeah, I paid up for it a little bit. I've been paying up for things lately. That's kind of an ongoing theme, but hey, bigger pay-ups make bigger profits. So just remember that. That happens a lot. And especially nowadays that Goodwill and all these places are really getting hip to the value of things, it's harder to pay $2 for something that you can turn around and sell for 100. It's great when you can do that. And there's still plenty of items out there that you can do that, but just it's not as easy as it used to be. So for anybody that's been reselling for a while, they would agree that it's gotten harder because Goodwill is now aware of the value of things where they used to just price much cheaper. Of course, inflation's a thing too, but Goodwill knows, thrift stores know. So it's gotten a little harder, but I would like to show you all next my finds. I'm going to show you what's downstairs here first in my messy office here behind me. And then we're going to go upstairs to my dining room and visit my really exciting find of the week. So you want to stay tuned for that. But first, let's look at this stuff. So first, I got a pair of Furbies off Facebook Marketplace. So we have this guy here. He's brand new in box from 1998, the oldest of the Furbies. He is super cute. So this is like the Dalmatian Furby, I guess you could say. He's worth about $60 new. So there's double my money right there at $30. But I also got another Furby from 98 as part of the $30. So two of these together, $30. This guy, I got to get him to work. He started to work, and I think I just needed to keep, because you can like flip them upside down and push on their tongue and like kind of smack the sides of them until they start working. And he started going, and then he stopped. I don't know. I'm gonna smack him on his sides a little more, and hopefully he'll come back to life. A lot of people have been able to do this. If that doesn't work, you can also kind of take them apart a little bit, take their fur off, and you can, it's usually just a little motor issue. He does operate. He's just kind of like his gears are a little stuck. So I'm going to get him working, and that will increase his value, probably closer to $30, I would imagine, for this guy. But yeah, about $60 for him. So this is a good pickup. And some of these new Furbies can sell in the hundreds, even low thousands, if they're the rarest of the rare Furbies. So definitely be on the lookout for Furbies. And even if they're used, you know, they can still command really good money if they're used rare ones. This guy was a decently common one. I actually had this guy when I was a kid myself. I had this guy, and then I had like a pure white one, and I loved them. So this brings back a lot of memories for me. I hope I don't end up keeping him, but this is a challenge with reselling sometimes. You get things that you kind of want because they give you that nostalgia feeling, but we'll see. I got to get him working first. But this guy, he's good to go. So that was an exciting find. And I told you all that I've been sourcing at Ross quite a bit lately. I've been going weekly, and it does seem to be fresh stuff on clearance each time that I go in there. This item that I got was not on clearance, but I don't even know exactly how much it was priced at. There was no price tag, but we have some lovely women's Doc Marten boots, black matte, very basic design and very popular design. So people want these boots. Doc Martens are very popular right now. So on the bottom was a very blurry number, and it looks extra blurry and awful on the camera, but I decided it looked like $38, which was about what I wanted to pay for these. And so I go up to the cash register, and the lady's up there, and I said, do you think that says 38? And she looked at it, and she's like, I think so. And so that's what she rang them up for. Was it some other price? Nobody knows. So with no price tag and you know, an indecipherable marking on the bottom, hard to say. I think it's 38, but who knows? She probably wouldn't have believed me if I said 18, and I don't want to try to scam Ross like that. So 38 is a good price for these boots. So new, these sell for about $80. So that's just a tish more than doubling my money on the sale before the eBay fees, which is great. And again, this is a popular design and a pretty decent shoe size. They're not super big, but they're not super small either. So there's plenty of size 6 feet out there that these should fit. They're a little dusty, but we're going to just dust them right off and they'll be good to go. So brand new, great pickup. I love finding these. So $38 works for me. I saw other pairs there that were in the 50s. And one of them here I looked up seemed kind of rare, and I'm thinking I should have bought them, but they were kind of they were a woman's size 5, which is, from my experience, a kind of slow size to sell. So I didn't really want to take the gamble, but gosh, if they had been my size, I would have kept them because they were really cute. But now we are going to go upstairs and I am going to show you my big find that I got that I'm super excited about. So let's take a look. This, my friends, is why I enjoy shopgoodwill.com. This is an amazing lot that I just got in this huge box. It's all Monster High stuff, and I spent a decent amount of money on it, not gonna lie, but here's the thing. Monster High is huge, it's in demand, and it happens to be my most favorite thing to sell of all time. I don't know what it is about them, but I just really love them, and their value just continues to increase. Like, I feel like Bratz dolls are kind of going down in value, but Monster High just continues to soar. So I paid a total of $234 for this lot. I bought it at auction off of Shop Goodwill, like I said. And now I didn't know all the details to what was in all these bags, but these bags are full of accessories, Monster High accessories. I know there's a couple of play sets mixed in here. They're not worth an incredible amount, but I mean, still good to have. And yeah, all kinds of Monster High stuff in there. Caesar is saying hello because we're pretty close to his cage. So if you hear bird noise, that's what that is. But yeah, there's a backpack back there, which I think, I don't know, maybe worth like 20 bucks. And those are shower curtain rods, which I had no idea what those were. They're not worth a ton either, but it just was kind of a surprise just because I couldn't figure out what the heck they were. I was like, are those keychains or what? There's also a floor puzzle, which again, not worth very much, but I might end up donating that as long as all the pieces are there. I'm going to bribe Braden to put that together later. But I want to show you just how much value that there can be with Monster High. So this doll alone, this is like one of the bigger Monster High dolls. You can see that she's significantly larger than the others. She is worth about 80 bucks alone. So this is pretty big money. She needs her hair brushed a little bit. Whoever owned these dolls before liked to keep their hair up in ponytails, so that'll be kind of fun to try to tame them. But I am no stranger to doing Monster High doll hair, so it will be just fine. But yeah, I picked this lot out because it's not the biggest lot ever of dolls, which are, you know, where the biggest value is, but the dolls themselves that are in here are very valuable dolls. Very rare. Some of these are very rare, like this one. I'm kind of geeking out. I've never seen this one before in my whole life. So this one's a very rare one, and she's worth quite a bit of money too. I want to say around $40 to $50 for her. So there you go, right over there. Just between these two, we have well over $100 right there. So spending $234 on the whole lot makes a lot of sense. This one's a super valuable one. I have never, oh, their hair's stuck together. I have never seen this one before. I'm just totally geeking out over some of these because they're just a lot of really rare ones that are not your everyday Monster High dolls. The average Monster High doll in this lot is worth about $30. Very few of them are worth less. I haven't looked up these nude ones because obviously we're going to have decreased value in the nudes, but I'm kind of excited about this Frankenstein right here. She talks. She's not talking right now. She probably needs a new battery, but I didn't even know there were talking Monster High dolls. So hopefully, even though she's nude, she'll still be worth a decent amount of money. So I'm kind of excited to look up her value because I had no idea that that was a talking one. But yeah, this one I've never seen before. There's just all kinds of really rare ones in this lot. I'm wondering if this one's actually really valuable too, because she looks like she might be from a similar set as this one, which I already looked up. But yeah, I did a lot of research. I don't just go spending $234 at auction without knowing, you know, that I'm going to make some big money. Just on what I could identify in this lot, it was coming out to about 600 bucks. So that's not counting all the accessories and what might be in there. So Monster High accessories go for a lot of money too. The stands go for a lot of money. Monster High is bolo to the extreme. And if you aren't looking for Monster High, you should be, because these dolls command huge money. So I'm looking forward to getting these listed in the next, couple of weeks, and I'm going to start making some money back if I can part with them. I'm just kidding. I'm going to sell all of them, but they are beautiful. And if they weren't so expensive and worth so much, I would totally keep them. So that is going to wrap up this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the sales and the finds. I hope you all got some more tips on items to be on the lookout for and pick up if you see them for a decent price. It's all good information to know. And if you want to leave me a comment on a great sale or find that you've had this week, feel free to do so. And until next week, my name is Melanie. This is Crow's Thrifty Finds. I'll see you then.